Today I'm sharing my quiet zone strategy, the specific spots and off-peak times where you can find peace and quiet even on a full ship. I'll show you how to enjoy the luxury of a cruise without the crowds. Good to have you here. Let's go check this thing out. Now, the main pool deck of the Navigator is famous, and rightly so. It's vibrant, super energetic, and fun. It's a great way to spend the afternoon. Now, if the main pool gets to be too high energy for you, head to the adults only Solarium. It's not glass enclosed, so you get a true ocean breeze. It's got thicker cushions for relaxing and its own whirlpools. You can think of the Solarium as your primary sanctuary. This area is strictly age 16 and up, and because of the age restriction, it tends to be quite a bit less rambunctious than the main pool deck and a lot more peace and quiet. Because it's located forward on Deck 11, it's structurally shielded from the main pool music, and as you can see, there are plenty of loungers. Here's a technical tip. The quiet window is 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. While the crowds are fighting for buffet goodies at the Windjammer, this place stays pretty silent. And let's not forget, the Solarium has a pretty cool pool that you can enjoy without the noise and the crowds of the main pool deck. So all in all, think of the Solarium as your haven of relaxation. And that almost rhymes. Now from the Solarium, we move to Deck 7 and the library. The library is a deliberate acoustic dead zone. The ship's designers used heavy carpeting and sound-absorbing panels here to kill the ambient noise from these elevators. The library is comfortable and quiet, and it has this absolutely fantastic view of the Centrum down below. So bring your book, or if you feel like browsing, there are always a few books available for any passenger to enjoy. And if you don't feel like reading, then it's a good bet there will be a board game or a puzzle on the shelves that you can try out for yourself. Most passengers walk right past it. If you need to escape the humidity or the noise, this is a cold, quiet spot on the ship. And it costs $0 to sit here in comfort and enjoy the promenade overlook view from the windows. And I don't think I'll get a whole lot of people arguing with me when I say that promenade view is quite a view. So enjoy the comfortable leather chairs and relax with your book or your game, or plan your next exciting activity. Maybe enjoy a refreshing drink and people watch from your bird's eye perch above the promenade deck. Whatever you decide to do, the library provides a cold, quiet break whenever you need it. And now, let's go up top. Now this next quiet spot might seem a little bit weird. We've already talked about Navigator's main pool deck and how during the day it can be super energized and exciting and fun. And we covered how if you need a break from that, you should make your way over to the Solarium. But what I need you to remember about the main pool deck is that at night it takes on a whole different personality. It lights up under that brilliant dark sky and becomes magical. It is honestly one of my favorite places to kick back and relax. So time it just right after the nighttime activities have dined down. Find yourself a lounger on that upper deck. Take a deep breath, lay your head back under the stars, and just chill. Honestly, there's nothing like it. With the sound of the waves far below and the ocean breeze on your face, please promise me you'll try it, and I guarantee you'll thank me, so I'll say this in advance. You're welcome. And that brings us to the port day hack. Now this one's not for everybody. If you have an onshore excursion or an activity planned in port for the day, you can ignore this next section, but if not, here's something you want to consider. This is your golden window. Stay on the ship. Between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., the Navigator basically becomes your private yacht. Less lines at the slides, more room in the hot tub, and the silence is incredible. So, it's the highest value way to enjoy this ship's multi-million-dollar amenities without that short cruise chaos. So if you do get off the ship, great, you will have a fantastic time. But if there isn't a particular onshore excursion that's calling your name, consider this. Every single person that you see standing on that dock right now is another person that's not going to be standing in line in front of you for the next few hours on the ship. And now, let's talk about the bridge wings. On the far sides of Deck 11 forward, there are small platforms that hang out over the edge of the ship's hull. You are literally standing over the ocean because the wings extend out past the actual width of the ship. From here, you can look straight down the side of the ship to the waterline, and it's a 130-foot drop. This is the spot where you can get an idea of the size and the scale of the Navigator. As a matter of fact, On the bridge wings is where the captain stands when they dock the ship in San Pedro. It is a great spot to enjoy those ocean views or a nice port view with a little bit of peace and quiet thrown in. And now, I'm going to show you a spot that honestly is a little bit hard to believe. Tip for those people who want to get away from the crowds a little bit, it's the perfect private balcony whenever you want it. Just at the back of deck 12, there's a little tiny section behind the water slides with a bunch of lounge chairs that nobody ever uses. Now obviously I'm exaggerating just a little bit when I say nobody ever uses these loungers, but I am back here right now and there is literally no one else back here but me. And in case you think this is some undesirable time of the day when nobody would want to be here anyway, let me just tell you it is sunset and we are directly over the wake of the ship. This is a prime spot at a prime viewing time and there is literally not another soul in sight. Come back here for a quiet morning coffee or to just watch the wake of the ship without having to jostle with a bunch of other cruisers. Now one thing to keep in mind is that this spot isn't far from Ocean Adventures, the youth club hangout. So if there's something going on over there, it won't be quite as empty as it is right now. But I am 100% positive that sometime during your cruise, you will feel like this is your own private balcony. Now let's head inside to the Star Lounge. The Star Lounge is massive, and during the day it's usually pretty quiet and a little bit darker than outside. So if the outdoor decks are too loud, just come in here, take a break. The way that it's set up with the curtains, it's usually a little bit quieter than outside. And here's a little tip, the doors are almost always unlocked. So take a detour into the Star Lounge if you're feeling a bit frazzled during a high energy day. Believe it or not, even though at night it can get a little rambunctious with the karaoke crowd, in the daytime it's an absolute oasis. So come in here for a quiet conversation, for a little bit of rest and relaxation, and it costs you $0. And now I'm going to show you a spot that is somehow, unbelievably, one of the most underutilized spots on the entire ship. And it's at night that this quiet spot really stands out. At night, the quietest place is the helipad. And here's a fact. At night, the lights on the bow are turned off to maintain bridge visibility. So yeah, this video was shot in the daytime. And don't miss it in the daytime, by the way. You have these incredible 270-degree views, horizon all the way around. But do come up here when the sun goes down. Yep, you can come up here at night, but no flash photography and no bright iPhone screens pointed at the bridge. It's a safety violation. Now finding the helipad can be a little bit tricky, and maybe that's one of the reasons it's not always all that crowded up here. You have to take the Deck 4 promenade all the way forward to the last set of metal stairs and then follow the path. If the wind is above 40 knots, the crew will lock the doors, but on a quiet, calm night, it's a dark sky paradise where the only sound is the ocean. It's a great spot for photos and perfect for relaxing. And now, welcome to the Viking Crown Lounge, also known as the Cosmopolitan Club, and to seasoned cruisers, it's just the Cosmo. Now here's a fun fact, the Cosmopolitan Club or Viking Crown Lounge is the highest spot on the ship that's open to the public. And during the day, this place is pretty chill. It's just about the opposite of what it is at night when the club scene takes over and the crowds are jammed in for the action. Instead, when the sun is out, the Viking Crown Club turns into a mellow version of itself. There are always plenty of chairs available, and it is a fantastic place to hang out for an hour or two, have a nice quiet conversation with fellow cruisers, and enjoy that incredible view. So make it a point to visit the Cosmopolitan Club, and when you're there, just call it the Cosmo. Now noise management and relaxation both apply to dining too. And here's a fact. The Windjammer buffet at 9 a.m. is one of the loudest places on the ship. So move your breakfast to the main dining room on Deck 3. The table spacing in the MDR is technically designed for conversations, not chaos. You get fantastic food, but the acoustic experience is night and day. Elegant table service, no crowds, no lines, and room to breathe. Yeah, it's like that. So I hope that after spending these last few minutes with me, you'll agree that you don't need to book a suite to find peace on the Navigator. Now before we go our separate ways, let's just recap our 9 beautiful peace and quiet spots. Number 1, the Solarium, our haven of relaxation, and it almost rhymes. Number 2, the library, an acoustic dead zone with those beautiful Centrum views. Number 3, who knew, the main pool deck after dark, rambunctious in the daytime, but at night you're just chilling in the ocean breeze. Number 4, the bridge wings. The captain stands there and you can too. Number 5, a hidden balcony tucked at the back end of deck 12. Number 6, the Star Lounge, your daytime oasis, and the doors are almost always unlocked. Number 7, the Helipad, dark sky paradise, and too many passengers never find it. Number 8, the Viking Crown Lounge / Cosmopolitan Club, or just the Cosmo. Brilliant daytime views and comfortable chairs. And finally, number 9, breakfast in the MDR. Don't miss this one, it'll change your mornings on board. Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas is a high-energy experience for sure. But now you have the information you need and the technical map to find the peaceful spots hidden all over the ship. Thanks for joining me on this Quiet Zone tour. I hope these strategies help you find your own slice of peace on your next cruise. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel Dave's on a Cruise. Glad to have you with us. Join our family of committed cruise enthusiasts. See you next time. Cheers.